So we go to chapter 14, business, economies and diseconomies of scale. For economies of scale, it's simply in line with firms that are large. So large firms are able to exploit economies of scale based on the fact that they operate on a larger scale. So when we talk about economies of scale, it's all about the ability of firms to operate on a larger scale. So as soon as you operate on a larger scale, it allows you to spread your cost on those scale of production, and that brings about a reduced average cost. So when we talk about economies of scale, because you are expanding, the cost on each product you produce starts reducing. That is the brain behind economies of scale. So I'm going to read further. Large firms can usually produce goods more cheaper than small firms. Why do they produce goods more cheaper than small firms? They are able to produce goods more cheaper than small firms because they operate on a larger scale. This is because they operate on a larger scale. I said that already. And it brings about reduction in the average cost of production. So, because you operate on a large scale, your AC is expected to fall at any point in time. So that brings us to economies of scale. And what's the economies of scale? This is a cost advantage a firm enjoys due to expansion. So as soon as the firm expands, it is expected of it to have its average cost of production reduced. So your AC curve is expected to reduce. And how do we get our AC? AC is TC divided by output, right? AC is TC divided by Q. So that means each cost will start reducing based on the fact that you are expanding. So this is a typical economies of scale. This is a typical average cost curve, or economies of scale curve. So here, this is our AC. So when you look at this curve, what it simply means, this is our cost of production, the average cost of production, and this is our output. So as soon as we increase our output, the cost is expected to start reducing. As our output increases, the cost starts reducing. But as soon as it gets to the optimum level, it is expected of the firm to stop production, because if the firm produces more than the optimum level is where your capacity is at. You cannot exceed it. As soon as you exceed it, you will find out that your average cost of production will start increasing. It's increasing. So if, as a result of firm expansion, the average cost of production starts increasing, it becomes what? Diseconomies of scale. So that's the difference between economies and diseconomies of scale. For economies of scale, your average cost of production reduces as soon as your output increases, up until the optimum level. As soon as you get to the optimum level, you are not expected to increase your output, because if you do, your average cost of production will start increasing. So the firm will start witnessing diseconomies. Do you understand diseconomies and economies now? Right. So, what are the types of economies of scale that we have? We have internal and external. So we're going to start with internal. Why do we call it internal economies of scale? We call it internal economies of scale because it's for an individual firm that is expanding. So it's a firm within an industry that is expanding. As a result of its expansion, it starts witnessing reduction in the average cost of production.
Why is it called internal?
Internal. It's internal because it's a firm inside the industry. Like IKS in the industry of international school. Because of its expansion, it starts reducing its average cost. That is internal economies of scale. So it's just an individual firm. The school is expanding, and as a result of that, it starts witnessing a reduction in its average cost. That is internal. And when it comes to external,
Example.
Now, so we start with the first internal economies of scale is purchasing economies of scale. And when we talk about purchasing economies of scale, it simply talks about bulk buying. So a firm is able to enjoy or reduce its average cost of production because it buys in bulk. When you buy in bulk, you are expected to sell, the supplier is expected to give you a reduction in that bulk purchasing. So that's a discount. So having a discount in bulk purchasing means that your average cost of production would fall because you can spread the cost across all the products you've purchased. The second one, marketing economies of scale. For marketing economies of scale, simply means that a firm, because it's a large firm, it's able to advertise and spread its cost of advertisement on different products. This is IKS. If IKS wants to do advertisement, IKS has the international department, it has the Arabic department. So IKS will do the same advertisement for all these departments and different branches it has. So it's able to spread its cost across all its branches. That is marketing economies of scale. The third one, technical economies of scale. Because they are large firms, they have the financial capability to buy equipment, huge equipment and machinery. Because they are able to buy this huge equipment and machinery, they become more efficient than smaller firms. Smaller firms do not have that capability to buy. So that allows them to be more efficient than smaller firms. The fourth one, financial economies. For financial economies, it simply means because you are a large firm, financial institutions will consider you as low risk, then they will be able to give you finance. Unlike smaller firms that are considered as being high risk. The next one, managerial economies of scale. Because you are a large firm, you can attract the most skilled workers within the industry. So the school is so big, better skilled teachers will want to work in this school based on the fact that the school is big. So in the industry that are firms that are so big would attract more skilled and better skilled workers to them, and that brings about more productivity and efficiency. And the last one, risk bearing. Because you are a large firm, you are able to spread your risk. You are able to go into different markets at any point in time. This is IGCSE because it's big. It's here, it's in Sujuma, it's in Tripoli, it's in Misrata and the West. So it's able to spread the risk. So if here is not working fine, other places will work fine. That is spreading the risk. It is only for large firms that can do this. Smaller firms will not have the ability to expand to that extent. So these are what economies of scale is. Any question about economies of scale? Thank you.